All right, Doc, thanks. The man who's going to get this race started with me here on the start-finish line, you introduced him to the folks, Doc. David Pearson, what's it like to be back here at Bristol?
Well, it feels real good. Courses, I've usually come here to watch the race anyway, you know, but I just wished my back was all right where I could get out there and run with these boys.
You're going to go run, but your son Larry's going to take your place. Did you give Larry any words of advice, or is he past that by now with a couple championships and so on?
He come up here and practiced about a week ago or something. He said that scared him to death the first lap on a racetrack. So I told him just to stay on that outside and just go on past him because everybody go to the inside.
It's great to see you. You're looking good. You feeling well? Everything's good?
Feel real good.
All right, David, we're waiting on you to do the most important thing tonight, which is to get this thing started. So, sir, if you will have the honors.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
Have a fire and hold. Okay, fire and hold.
NASCAR legends firing up their cars, and folks, we will have an onboard camera with the 9-time winner. There's Rusty Wallace, and when we come back momentarily, we will be talking with Rusty inside his car. And there's Rusty waving at the fans here and the fans at home, and a lot of the current NASCAR Nationwide Series drivers and Cup Series drivers, Denny Hamlin and others. There's Kevin Harvick, who just won a little bit ago, watching here right now.
His way to his first Winston Cup win, Rusty Wallace wins the Valleydale 500. Rusty Wallace has become the 1989 Winston Cup champion.
Driving the number 2 Miller Lite car today. You guys sit back in your house, pull your seatbelts down, and get ready for a shootout. It's the first time I've been back in a car in 3 years, and I can't wait to get it going. Jerry, DJ, and Dad, hope you guys have a great broadcast up there, guys.
Thank you, Rusty. Good luck to you, folks. What a special place for Rusty Wallace. He won his first race here in 1986, and of course won his 50th race here, a 55-time winner. 9 of those wins coming here at Bristol. Now, a little while ago, there was a celebrity race here. There were 2 different heats, 15 laps each, and a little bit of action here on the final lap. The 55 car and Ricky Rackman, a little contact with Real Trees Bill Jordan, but the winner of that race, Philadelphia Eagles place kicker, and what a great effort by David Akers. And now the other celebrity race. How about some contact here? A little bit of spin. That's Ray Evernham trying to run down Andy Petrie, and it would finish under caution. Andy Petrie would come down, and big Brad Daugherty trying to go around the pace car. He would finish second. Good job, Andy, representing ESPN and Petrie in victory lane. Something that didn't happen very often to him.
No, not very often, and there's a 7-footer finishing second. I don't know that that's happened either.
And we'll show you how they're going to line up here. It's basically a combination race, and it's based on the finishes of the celebrities that they're matched up with. Harry Gant and Sterling Marlin in row 1, and Terry Labonte and Jack Ingram in row 2.
Jimmy Spencer and Rusty Wallace in row 3, Phil Parsons and Cale Yarborough in row 4.
It'll be David Green, L.D. Ottinger in row 5, and Larry Pearson and Junior Johnson with that damaged car back out there.
Okay, Ned, who should we watch early on here? I know these guys are pretty aggressive and pretty excited about getting back in the seat.
You know, I think that front row is going to be interesting when they get the green flag and head down into turn 1. Harry Gant, he has the preferred line down on the inside, but Sterling Marlin, you know, he's a charger, so it'll be interesting when they go into that first turn.
Jack Ingram on the outside of row 2, and Cale Yarborough, always like a bulldog with a pork chop. When he climbed in a car, always wanted to get after it. Folks, 35 laps. Caution laps do not count. There'll be a competition caution at lap 20. And, of course, a $100,000 purse for selected charities for the winners here tonight. Here we come.
Green flag.
A little bit of a struggle for Jack Ingram to get the car up to speed.
Yeah, he did get off to a very slow start. I don't know if he missed a gear or what happened, but he lost a lot of positions and held up Rusty, but now Rusty goes back on the inside of him.
Sterling Marlin jumped out front. He got a good start. Got a good run off turn 2 to clear Harry Gant.
Sterling Marlin, Harry Gant. Then comes the 5 car. That is Terry Labonte, the 2-time winner here. Mr. Excitement, Jimmy Spencer is 4th. And now Rusty Wallace making a move inside of the 66 car of Phil Parsons.
It's not the first time he's ever made that move here, passing somebody on the inside. Rusty's headed towards the front.
Now this racetrack has been changed since Rusty drove on it with the multiple banking. I'm sure it's a different feel for him, but he still liked that inside, Dale.
Yeah, I asked him today during the Nationwide race if he was talking about those guys getting up on the outside. I asked him if he was going to venture up there because he never got off the very bottom whenever he was racing here. But he's trying to go to the outside of Jimmy Spencer. That might be a dangerous move in itself.
I don't think he liked that. He decided to pull back down, but Spencer's going to hug that inside, so if he's going to pass him, he's going to have to do it on the outside.
But Jimmy Spencer was no slouch here either. He could get around this racetrack. One race here, so it's going to be a tough pass for Rusty. These cars don't have a lot of horsepower, so that's going to be the thing that's going to be difficult for them.
Back up front, Sterling Marlin. Remember the success he had with the Morgan McClure cars here from nearby Abingdon, Virginia. Back-to-back Daytona 500 victories. And behind him, Handsome Harry, who looked like he hadn't aged a day.
I swear, he looks like I can remember whenever he first started racing at Hickory Speedway, Dad, when you were a promoter. And Harry's doing a great job. He's actually running Sterling down a little bit here.
He is. I heard him talking about him on Sirius.
Uh-oh. His hood's coming up.
Yeah, the hood is coming up on him. Heard him talk about him this morning and said, well, he'd just get up in Taylorsville and come over here. And he's going to have to come into the pits, though. Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, hood buckled up on the front of Harry's car. He's going to have to come on the pit road. So once again, Bristol bites him. Oh, just must have lost a hood pin there way buckled up.
Caution's out.
Well, we have a caution.
Maybe that hood pin fell on the track.
You can see there's really, on these late model cars, there's 4 hood pins on it that hold that down. 2 in the front. Well, this one has more, so they have different ways. But it looks like on Harry's there were only 2 at the front there, and then 2 at the rear.
They'll take care of that. Just take the hood off.
Now, Harry Gant will not lose a lap. And he'll go to the rear, so he's far from being done.
Good. Be exciting to see him come back up through the pack.
Yeah, we ought to put him back where he was. It wasn't his fault that hood pin came out.
Early on here, and it is Sterling Marlin as the leader, Terry Labonte, Rusty Wallace, Jimmy Spencer, and Phil Parsons, the top 5. And, of course, still got Cale Yarborough and others out there. Harry Gant toward the back of the pack.